Namaste. In this session, we're practicing about 20 minutes vinyasa yoga with the emphasis of finding and being in the flow state. So, you may have heard other teachers mention finding your edge, meeting yourself at your edge. This is referring to our postures, and it's correlated to the flow state, which in positive psychology is the point in which our level of skill and capacity in the current moment is met with the optimal degree of difficulty of whatever we're doing. And it's so that optimal point, that degree of difficulty is slightly past our current capacity. So we're challenged just enough to remain present. However, it's a balance because if we go beyond our current capacity too much, where we're overstraining ourselves, we can be met with frustration, and in our practice, we can potentially injure ourselves. And on the other hand, if we go below our degree, the degree of difficulty, below our skill level, then we may be bored, which can also lead to injury because if we're bored, we may become mindless in our practice. And so, meeting ourselves at that edge is into the flow state. So how we can practice this on our mat is through breath awareness. If you're aware of your breath in whatever posture you're in, you're likely in the flow state. Being present is being in the flow state, which can feel like time is going by like that. And so if you notice at any moment in your practice that you aren't breathing, it's one of two things. You either gone too far into a posture and you may be overstraining and thus aren't able to breathe, or on the other hand, perhaps you're not pushing yourself far enough, playing small, and thus you may be bored and just not thinking about your breath. And so I encourage you for this session at least, hopefully every session and beyond yoga practice, you maintain an awareness of your breath so that you remain into your flow state. Okay? As far as props aren't necessary, but I will cue to them in case you would like to use them. As far as our flow as well, we will be moving more breath to movement throughout the postures. So I won't be cueing every single posture. If you want more cue and if you want more cues and just so that we can experience being with our breath and our movement. With that said, let's begin. Samastitihi. Draw your big toes to touch. Draw your hands to your heart center. And notice your breath. So to breathe with sound, Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, creating a slight whispering, both as you inhale and exhale. So again, so long as you can hear your breath, whether we're in child's pose or balancing on our heads, then you're victorious in your practice. Inhale for Om. Om. Surya Namaskar A, Sun A. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your hands, widen up, touch your palms, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs, empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift through your spine. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga, low plank. Option to skip or use your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. 1, 2, fully exhales. And 3, step or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise tall. Samastitihi. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back. At the same time, reach your hands high. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs, empty your breath. Inhale, halfway lift through your spine, just fixing my mic. Exhale, vinyasa, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog. As you exhale, knee to nose, hinge forward, high plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Re-extend. Exhale, step your foot between your palms. Warrior two. Inhale, open out. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Reach forward. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg. Tilt your right hand back. Exhale, triangle. Extend your spine forward. Lower your right hand down. Left hand up. Utthita. Inhale, extend your left hand over. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Toes point inward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands under shoulders. Exhale, fold back down. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, lift your spine halfway. As you exhale, Skandasana, right leg. Point your right toes out. Lunge over towards your right knee, hands to your heart. If your heel's lifting, get a little higher from the lunge, and then point your left toes up. Here for 1. Find your edge. 2, and 3. Plant your left hand beside your right foot. Inhale, low lunge twist. Lift your left heel, look up towards right hand. Inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Hinge forward, high plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your palms, warrior two. Inhale, stack your shoulders. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Reach forward. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg, flow your left hand over into regular triangle. Exhale, extend the spine forward, lower left hand down, right hand up. Utthita. Inhale, extend your right hand over forward. Exhale, fold over your legs, point your toes in. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, folds. 5 to 6 breaths. 1. Option for headstands. 2. Be with your breath. 3. 4. And 5. Return down if you lifted. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, Skandasana, left leg. Bend your left knee. Draw your hands to your heart. Again, if your left heel's lifted, get out of the lunge slightly. Find the edge into your flexibility. Here for 1, 2, and 3. Plant your right hand beside your left foot. Inhale, low lunge twist. Extend your left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Tuck your chin to your chest, and as you inhale, slowly roll up to stand. Arms heavy, head heavy. At the top, shoulders down and back. Exhale. Good. We'll do eagle balance. Starting off, sit down into chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, swing your left arm underneath the right for eagle bind. Pull your elbows in towards your chest. And then lean into your right leg. Lift your left leg and cross your knees. Good. You can keep your toes down, lifted, or double bind. As long as the knees and the elbows are compressed, again, you can do bear hug too, forgot to mention. Squeeze the joints. Think chair pose in the legs, mountain in the spine. So bend in the legs, erect the spine towards the sky. Option to stay here, option to round the spine, draw your elbows towards your knees, maybe touch. Here for 1, 2, and 3. Return your spine up if you lift lowered, and then inhale, mountain pose. Release. Allow the freshly oxygenated blood to return. Good, good. Samasthiti, exhale. Inhale, chair pose, sit down. Exhale, swing your right arm underneath the left this time. Option for bear hug, forgot to mention the other side. And then lean into your left leg, maintain chair pose as you lift your right leg and cross your knees. Again, same. Toes can stay down, lifted, or double bind. Meet yourself where you are, pulling and squeezing the elbows in, squeezing the legs, maintaining focus, drishti, straight ahead. Option to stay, option to round and curl, elbows to knees. Here for 1. Be with your breath. 2, and 3. If you lower down, return back up. Inhale, mountain pose, release. Be free. And then let's do dancers now. So starting on your right side, lean into your right leg. Bend your left elbow, keeping your palm open, maintaining that as you lower your hand down towards your thigh. Okay, very important to keep the shoulders open. And then kick your left heel towards your booty, keeping your palm open. Receive the inner arch of your left foot. Excuse me. Good. You can use your right hand on a prop, maybe a chair, a wall, or you can extend your hand up. And this is it. This is dancer. You can stay here or begin to kick and pull. Balancing, kicking and pulling, looking forward to go forward. Good. Here for 1, kick and pull. 2, begin to find your edge. And 3, reversing the same way you came in, knees touch, and then exhale, samastitihi. Nice. This time, bend your right elbow, serve the tray. Keep the palm open as you lower your hand down to your thigh. Again, shoulder stays open. Lean into your left leg and kick your right heel towards your booty. Keeping the palm open, receive the inside of your left foot. Good. Again, left hand can be, or your right foot. Left hand can be either onto a prop, I have my piano here, on a chair, wall, or extended up. Good, and this is it. Dancers, stay here, or begin to kick and pull. Again, drishti straight ahead. Doesn't matter how far or not far you go. Here for 1. Kick and pull. 2. Find your edge. And 3. Return knees to touch. And then exhale, samastitihi. Nice. Good, good. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your hands up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift through your spine. And then exhale, walk forward. Option vinyasa or downward dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Exhale. Nice. And then look forward. Step or jump your feet to the outside of your mat. Malasana, yogi squat. Okay. If your heels are lifting, you can place blankets underneath your heels or go less into the lunge. Good? Again, choose what's best for you today. Option is stay here, opening through the chest and the hips. Option to play with crow pose. Plant your palms, bend your elbows back, and then place your knees as high as possible onto your triceps, if possible on your armpits. Look forward to go forward and begin to lean into your hands. Leaning forward, lock your belly in. Option to stay, maybe float one, the other, or both feet. Big toes touch. Here for 1, 2, be with your breath. And 3, step or jump back, chaturanga, low plank. Everyone will meet in downward facing dog. Nice work, downward facing dog, exhale. And then step your right leg forward, lower your back knee, untuck your toes, and then sink your hips. You can use a blanket underneath your knee for more cushioning. Option to stay down, option to lift onto your thigh, option to bend your back knee and receive your foot. Good. As long as you feel stretch in your hips. Here for 1, 2, and 3. If you have the foot, release the foot. Thank you. And then take a half splits. Lengthen your right leg. Start with your chest forward. And then as you exhale, fold over your right leg. Half splits. Option to stay. Option for full splits. If that's in your practice, point your right toes. Slide your right heel forward. I like to use blocks here. You can either use to lift you up, or you can sit on your block. Again. Good. If you're lowered down, hands to your heart center. And everyone breathe for 1, 2, and 3. Full splits. Return to half splits, please. Everyone rebend your front knee, tuck the back toes, and step back to downward dog. Next, step your left leg forward to a lunge. Lower your back knee, untuck the toes, and then sink your hips forward. Good, good. Surrender. Surrender right hip. Option to stay down, option to lift up onto your thigh. Option for extra, bend your right leg and reach back for your foot. Okay. Again, doesn't matter how far or not far you go. Stay aware of your breath, conscious breathing. Here for 1, 2, and 3. If you have your foot, release your foot. And then everyone take a half splits, lengthen your left leg, flex your ankle. First start with lifting the chest forward, inhale, and then exhale, fold. Release the back of your left leg. Option to stay here. Option for full splits, point your left toes, and slide your left heel forward. Good. Option for your blocks, you can sit. If you're sitting down, either on your blocks or the mat, hands to your heart center. Here for 1. Surrender into the hips. 2, fully exhales. And 3. If you're in full splits, return to half splits. Everyone, rebend your front knee and step back to downward dog. Exhale. Nice. Look forward, step or jump through to a seat. And then find your way onto your back. We'll set up for 2 back bends. First back bend, bridge pose. Plant your feet hip width distance, hands by your side. And as you inhale, lift your hips. Option for chest expansion. Interlace your fingers, shimmy your shoulders under. Keep your throat and your jaw soft. And then exhale, release the bind and free your spine back down. Knock your knees in and take a moment to assess. Second round options. You can do the same thing, bridge pose. You can do restorative bridge, place a block or prop underneath your hips. If you feel up for it, you can do wheel pose. Plant your hands by your ears, fingers towards your shoulders. First, start by lifting to the crown of your head. Inhale, hug your elbows in, and then exhale, straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Here for one. Use your legs. Relax the shoulders. 2, gaze between your hands. And 3, tuck your chin in, slowly roll back down. Everyone release your back bend, whatever variation, and then hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Good. And then draw your arms out to a goal post. Stack your knees over your hips, and then lower your knees over to the left side for easy twist. Option to look towards your right arm. Keeping the breath even and smooth. Inhale, knees back to center. Readjust the hips and then lower the knees as you exhale to the right side. Option to look towards the left. Keep the breath flowing, even when we're in stillness. Return your knees, center, hug your knees for ball pose, forehead in. And take a breath in, squeeze everything in your body, squeeze your toes, your face, your hands, your core. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Release your legs and your arms. Make any adjustments to lay comfortably. Release control of your breath and your body, softening through your eyes and your belly. Just be aware of your breath, noticing inhale, noticing exhale. I'll leave you here in Shavasana. Please stay for at least a few minutes to integrate practice and allow yourself the proper rest. As always, thank you. And thanks to all our teachers. Namaste.